second small forward. At 6'9", number 40, Alonzo Walton.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for him.
Unfortunately, we've seen his ability as a rebounder take a back seat these past few seasons. And I'd like to see him refocus on that element of his game. You can never have enough rebounds, in my opinion.
Here's the starting group for Cincinnati. They've got Johnson, and it's Phillips in at the 5. And for Kansas City, and it's Lee in at the point guard position. Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
And so it's Kansas City with it. To the left side wing. From deep three-point land. They get it back. Here's Eschmeyer. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Lee. Pass to Walton. The three is up. Drills it from deep.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Hansen. Poke loose. And here's Lowry. They push it up 4-on-3. Here's Walton. And Kansas City another three.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Lowry. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Here's Walton. He's guarded by Lowry. Fires the three. And Kansas City another three.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Cincinnati calls timeout.
Starting.
Right wing. Shot to stop the run. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there. Getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
And he comes up with a bucket.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
And they're on the run. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And Cincinnati has possession. After the basket by Kansas City.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Kansas City leading by 11. To the left wing. Here's Shaw. Gets it to go from the corner. Shaw's got his second basket.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Down low. And And it's Lowry with the jam.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Walton. Nails it from beyond the arc. Walton's got 12 points.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Kansas City.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Kansas City leading by 16. The 3 ball. And Kansas City another 3.
Off to a great start. 5 straight from the field.
Cincinnati calls timeout. Brent, we're now in the later stages of the season. What would you say to teams that are out of the playoff picture?
There's a couple things that you can do, BA. It's you continue to rely on the guys who've gotten you to this point, which is a grind, and you want them to understand how long the season is and that if you're going to be successful, it's going to be hard. And then the other thing you can do is turn over some minutes to younger players, obviously, to get development, put them in those situations, and continue to build those relationships for the strides that those players need to take come the offseason.
Pass to Hansen. Here's Phillips. Lowry left side. And once again, off the mark by Cincinnati.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Fires the 3, and Walton gets it to go. Walton's got 18.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's Hansen, yet to see a basket, and the first shot of the night for him, missing. Takes a 3, and he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Up and in on the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Kansas City leading by 23. Here's Shaw. And Kansas City another 3.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Hansen. Last game for him, he had 14.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And Cincinnati making a change here. Randall is checked in. And so it's Kansas City with it.
When your whole team is shooting in the low 30s, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
Here's Hansen after the basket by Kansas City. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Hansen. Back to Johnson. From behind the arc. The rebound by Eschmeyer. Eschmeyer's got 5 rebounds tonight. 3-pointer. On target from range.
And they've got the D reeling. A full 3-point attack right off the tip.
Knocked loose. To the inside. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Now here's Randall. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Pass to Garrett. Takes the three. Connects from downtown. Garrett's got 6 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Outside Johnson. Here's Hansen. 5 points in the game. Here's Walton. And Kansas City another three.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
No one covering. He's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Out to the right wing. Here's Phillips. No points so far. Lowry, good.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Drains the triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Hansen, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Pass to Phillips. Here's Lee from deep. And Kansas City another three.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Here's Hansen. He's got 5. For 3, Lowry. And again, it's Cincinnati with a 3.
They're kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Here's Walton. And Kansas City another 3.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Cincinnati. And the rebound goes to Kansas City.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Hansen. Pass to Phillips. Plenty of space. And the jumper is good.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
Here's Walton. From downtown. Knocks down the long J. Walton's got 33.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
The crossover. Hansen. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Second team foul.
Cincinnati shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
Hansen taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both. And Kansas City with possession. Lets it go from deep. And Kansas City another three.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And the officials signal a backcourt violation. Not careful there.
City team ball.
With the playoffs around the corner, let's see how the West is shaping up. You take a look at Kansas City. 6th best record in their respective conference right now, hoping to end the season on a high note.
I think for Kansas City, what's impressive is they've reached much of their potential this year. The big question, though, people are asking is, do they have what it takes to become a front runner?
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
For Cincinnati, they've gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. Knocked away. It's 2-on-1. Up the floor.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Now here's Randall. He's guarded closely. Clark with the screen. Oh, there's the alley. Got a hand on it. There's 1:17 left in the first. Here's Walton. Connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Here's Clark. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like.
Good! Another from 3.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. And Walton gets it to go.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Well, Cincinnati's shooting around 44% in this opening quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Uses the glass on the layup. Walton's got 43 points.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
For the finish.
Oh, man.
Oh!
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. And there's the drive. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul, 3rd team
Cincinnati shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Buckner. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Kansas City with it. 4-3. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And so it's Kansas City. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.